Hello students, welcome to the class of EDCA. So in this video let us see the topic voltage regulation of an alternator, and later let us see the different methods to find the voltage regulation of an alternator. Okay, so voltage regulation of an alternator is defined as the change in terminal voltage when the full load at a given power factor is removed, considering the speed and the field current remain unchanged. Okay, so the voltage regulation of an alternator means it is a change in terminal voltage when the full load is thrown off. That is, we can write percentage voltage regulation is equal to the change in terminal voltage, that is E naught minus V by V. The change in terminal voltage when the full load is thrown off into 100%. That is, when the method to find the voltage regulation is we have to connect the alternator with the load, with the full load, and we have to measure the terminal voltage. Later we are suddenly disconnecting the load, and we have to find what is the value of voltage at that time. Okay, so if it is a perfect alternator, there should not be any variation when the load is thrown off. There should not be any variation in the terminal voltage when the load is thrown off, but there will be some variation. That variation we have to find by the method. So that is known as the voltage regulation. That is it is the change in terminal voltage when the full load from an alternator is thrown off. Okay, so in small rated machine we can directly conduct the test. That is, we can connect the alternator with the load, full load. We can connect the alternator and suddenly we can throw off the load, and then we can measure the no load EM, induced EM, no load voltage. So the terminal voltage at full load also can be measured, and the voltage when the load is disconnected can also be found. Okay, by directly connecting a voltmeter across the alternator. So it is possible in small rated machine, but this test is not possible in direct method, is not possible in very high rated machine. Therefore we have to go for some methods. Okay, so there are 4 methods for finding the voltage regulation of an alternator. That is, the first one is by set the EMF method. The second one is the MMF method, and the third one is the ZPF method, and the fourth one is the ASA method. Okay, so ZPF means it is zero power factor method, and ASA is the most standard method, that is American Standard Association method. Okay, you have to study only the EMF method. In this in the syllabus you have to study only the EMF method of finding the voltage regulation of an alternator. Okay, so before going to the EMF method, we have to know about the characteristics of an alternator, because this is used, the characteristics of an alternator is needed for finding the voltage regulation of an alternator by EMF method. So we can see the characteristics of an alternator. Okay, so there are 2 important characteristics for an alternator. That is, the first one is the open circuit cara. The second one is the short circuit cara. Okay, so this is an let us say this is an alternator, 3-phase alternator. R, Y and B the output terminal, B the output terminal. So open circuit cara is a cara plotted between. So here I am drawing the field. Okay, let this is be the rotor where I am connecting the DC as the field. Okay, So open circuit Cara is the Cara plotted between the no load voltage E0. So as the name, it is open circuit. The output terminals are open and it is drawn with the no load voltage, output voltage E0 versus the field current IF. Okay, so this is the Cara plotted between the open circuit voltage E0 versus the field current IF. Okay, so if I am drawing this open circuit Cara, it is drawn between the field current IF versus the no load voltage E0. So if the field current, if I am not supplying any DC field, there will be no induced EMF because there will not be any magnetic field produced. Okay, so then if the field current is 0, the induced EMF will be also 0, and if I am gradually increasing the field current, the open circuit voltage will also be increasing linearly, and later on it will go to saturation, right? Because even though the field current is again more than increase, the field will become to saturation. So even though the field current is increased, there will not be any increase in magnetic field, and the induced EMF will not be increasing after this point. Okay, so this I can write, this will be the ideal OCC Cara. Ideal OCC Cara, if there is no saturation, we can say it is the ideal OCC Cara. Next we have to say about the, so this will be the open circuit Cara, and next I have to say about the short circuit Cara. Short circuit Cara is the Cara plotted between the short circuit current ISC and the field current IF. Okay, so in the condition is we have to short circuit the output terminal. Okay, we have to short circuit the output terminal, and we have to measure the current IA with the short circuit current with the field. So whenever I am increasing the field current, so if we are drawing a short circuit Cara, it is plotted between the field current IF and ISC, short circuit current. So the current, if the field current is 0, there will not be any induced EMF and current will also be 0. And if I am increasing the field current, the short circuit current will be also increasing. So it will be a straight line passing through the origin. So this is the OCC Cara, and this is the short circuit Cara of an alternator. Okay. So next let us see the voltage regulation method. Voltage regulation method, that is, we have to study only about one method, that is the EMF method. EMF method, or it is also known as synchronous impedance method. Okay, so voltage regulation method by EMF method or synchronous impedance method. So for this method we need three important things, that is, we need the value of armature resistance Ra. Second one, we have to plot the OCC Cara of an alternator, and the third one, we have to plot the short circuit Cara of an alternator. So these three things are needed for doing the EMF method. So we need the armature resistance value Ra, the open circuit Cara, and the short circuit Cara. The armature resistance can be found by connecting a voltmeter and ammeter at the terminal of an alternator, right? If we are connecting a voltmeter and ammeter and we are supplying a voltage, then by taking the value of V and I, we can find the value of Ra. Okay, so armature resistance can be found by that method, and next we have to plot the OCC Cara, and we have to plot the short circuit Cara. Okay, so EMF method procedure. Let us see the procedure of this EMF method. So first we have to plot the OCC. Okay, so I am plotting the OCC cara is plotted between field current IF and E naught. Okay, so the OCC cara will be like this, right? OCC cara. So the OCC cara is plotted. The second step is to plot the short circuit cara. Okay, so I am plotting the short circuit cara. Short circuit cara will be a cara passing through the origin. It is plotted with the short circuit current and field current. Okay, so ISC versus IF, short circuit current versus field current. Okay, so now we have to consider a field current. So let me consider a field current IF. Okay, field current IF. So the open circuit voltage corresponding to this field current, the open circuit voltage corresponding to this field current B, let us say that is E1. Okay, and the short circuit current for same field current B, the short circuit current that we can get from the short circuit cara, the short circuit current for the same field current B, I1. Okay, so E1 is the open circuit voltage for considering any field current. We can consider any field current. So if I am considering this value of field current, so E1 is the open circuit voltage for this field current and I1 is the short circuit current for same IF. Okay, so when the open circuit voltage corresponding to the field current is E1, and when the winding is short circuited, so what do you mean by this short circuit cara? When the winding is short circuited, the terminal voltage is 0, hence it may be assumed that the whole of the voltage, this E1 is required to supply this field, to supply this current, right? So if we are short circuiting the alternator, the terminal voltage will be 0, but we can say at this time this voltage E1 will be supplied, E1 will be utilized for flowing the current I1. Okay, so therefore we can write E1 is equal to that is, we can write this voltage will be required to supply the current I1 and the impedance will be ZS. Okay, so this voltage will be required to meet the drop I1 ZS. Okay, therefore we can write Z, where ZS is the synchronous impedance. Therefore we can write ZS is equal to, we can find the value of synchronous impedance is equal to E1 by I1. That is the open circuit ZS is equal to open circuit voltage E1 by the short circuit current. Okay, so ZS is equal to the open circuit voltage by short circuit current at a particular field current IF. Okay, so we have directly found the value of ZS from plotting these two graphs. Okay, and if we find the value of RA, if we know the value of RA, we can find the value of XS. We can find the value of XS is equal to root of ZS square minus RA square. Okay, and then we can find the value of E naught from the equation, from this equation. E naught is equal to V cos phi plus IARA. So we know the value of, if we know the value of terminal voltage V, cos phi will be given, IA we know, and if we know the value of RA, then now we got the value of XS by from ZS. Okay, so in account, if we are substituting the values in this equation for E naught, we will get the value of E naught. And if we know, then we have to find the percentage V voltage regulation, that is equal to E naught minus V by V into 100. Thereby we can find the voltage regulation of an alternator by EMF method. So we have to find the value of XS, therefore we have to find the value of ZS by this method. Okay, then if we are getting the value of ZS, we can formulate XS and we can put it into the equation of E naught. Okay, that is by EMF method. By this method we can find the value of voltage regulation. Okay, so and this method is not said that the value of ZS so found, the value of ZS so found by this method is more than its actual value. The value of ZS found by this method is more than the actual value. Therefore this is not a correct method. Therefore we are going into some other methods for finding the EMF, for finding the voltage regulation, but these methods are not required for you people. Therefore only this method is needed. Okay, so there will be problems from this topic. So this is the voltage regulation of an alternator by EMF method. Okay, thank you.